Alright, job today, got the mulcher back on, and I got a little bit more time to tackle some of this stuff. See, these trees are just completely dead and they're pretty rotten down the bottom. I'll see if I can get rid of all the small stuff and just leave the tree standing. See if I can clear some of this low stuff by lifting up the mulcher, and then we'll work our way over here, start getting through all of this stuff. Wasn't too bad. Managed to get in there and get a lot of it and break it down. There's still some big stuff here. That stuff's too big and it's mixed in with this, and because it's so tight you can't really get the machine in there, so the excavator might have to come out and push that around so that I can actually get to it. Continue to do these areas here, but I'd love to rent a forestry mulcher one day and see how that compares to this one. This one's just a flail mulcher, so it's not really made for big stuff. It says 80 millimeters on the spec sheet, but if it's really brittle, like these trees here, they just fall apart. So there's this, look at it, it's all just been eaten away by termites and it just rotten. That you'd probably be able to mulch that tree, and that's 300 millimeters, 400 millimeters in diameter. But then you've got your little gums like this sticky one here, and that one is very solid. It feels like you're cutting into steel because it's been drying for so many years. So yeah, forestry mulch would be great to test out. I might see if I can rent one. Alright, that did pretty well on that tree. Just kind of dropped it down and took it bit by bit. It's actually easier to do it that way than when it's on the ground, I find. So if it's standing and it's dead, you just kind of bring it down and slowly regulate the speed so that it's not stalling the motor. But it's all just nice, wood chip mixed with grass. I'll probably go over it again, but it's a bit hard when you're trying to film things. You can't get as much done, but that was alright. This spot took about 15 minutes or something to more or less do, but now I'll get a couple of hours and just smash through it. Thanks for watching. So I did an hour and a half of mulching and we used 6 litres of fuel, but I'd probably allow about 15 minutes of mucking around, getting the machine out, all that kind of stuff, but that's not too bad. That's a lot of work for 6 litres of fuel, considering I used to do it all by hand.